we have two great judges, Abe Carmeli, who's the CEO of EcoFusion, one of the companies that's participating in the Israel Entrepreneurship Initiative that we're holding here at PACE, and David Siegel, who spoke to the class earlier, the CEO of Investopedia. I'm sure that you know we put the 5 videos, or the videos of David's talk, we broke them down into sections, and they've already received over 922 views. And a lot of
all of them by my mom, by the way.
Yeah, you have a great mom.
And a lot of
she went to all these different desktops.
Watching. And I want to spend a moment to specifically thank them. It's a big ask to ask someone to give up a chunk of their afternoon to come in. One of my favorite entrepreneurship books is called The Art of the Start by Guy Kawasaki. And the last chapter, 14, is The Art of Being a Mensch. And a mensch is where the meaning is, an upright person who gives without the expectation of getting something in return. And they're not here for business development to hire people to get customers. They're here to support students and the overall entrepreneurial ecosystem of New York. So thank you for your time. To let them know, and to recap for everyone here, I'm sure the students know after 14 weeks of this, but this class is Entrepreneurial Implementation. It's different than most entrepreneurship courses at most universities in that the students had to actually implement some aspect of a business over the course of this past semester, over the 14 weeks. It wasn't just about coming up with a concept, doing a pitch, learning some theory, writing a business plan. They actually had to implement in the market some aspect of their business, and their presentations will be 3 parts. One is kind of a concept overview. It's not to pitch you as an investor, but just to give you an overview of the concept that they came up with. 2 is how they actually implemented it in the market, what they did. So where the concept overview will be very brief, just about a minute, the main part will be how they went about implementing, what aspect they implemented and how they did it. That'll be about 3 minutes. And then finally, the market validation, what the market told them, positive or negative, will be about 2 minutes. So the idea is that they actually went out and spoke to customers, and the course is based around this lean startup methodology, particularly a book by Eric Ries called The Lean Startup, which is based on a scientific method of evidence-based hypothesis testing. And his mentor was Steve Blank, who's the author of the Startup Owner's Manual. In case anyone's interested, Steve Blank is speaking at Columbia University on January 12th on New York City's entrepreneurial ecosystem and his take on where everything is, moderated by Orrin Herskovitz of Columbia. If you're interested, let me know. I signed up. And as alumni, I'll pay for your admission if you'd like. The other part of the book is from Business Model Generation. The other part of the class is the book Business Model Generation, which is kind of a visual way to see and think about your business model. So, are there any?
And the last question. I'm sorry.
Yes. No. Go ahead.
Quick question, which is from a judging standpoint, in terms of the market validation side.
Yes.
Is it more important? I assume it's less important that it's successful than how much you learn.
Exactly.
Because if you learn a lot and you learn that it's not going to be successful, you learn why. That's probably more effective than being successful and not knowing why.
Good. Exactly. And that's what I've told the students. The validation, the grading has nothing to do if the validation is positive or negative. It's how rigorous was your validation. And you'll see the idea here is that the students provide some, again, scientific-based, evidence-based methodology for getting that feedback.
Great.
And what the students may not recall, what you may not know, is the syllabus states that if the majority of the judging panel deems your presentation to be not satisfactory, you don't pass the class. So if any of these students say, "Oh, that was," so do a good job. And they've all have done good jobs. They've practiced, And just last thing while I'm thanking people, I have two other people to thank. Nikhil, who you know is the Associate Director of the lab and has facilitated us running the course. And also Srikanth, who, as you know, recorded the videos and edited them and uploaded them to YouTube. So they all practiced the last session and got to see videos of their practice with feedback. And just so you know, after these, so there's 11 students, 10 presentations. One's a group presentation. We'll move through them quickly, and then we're going to have a reception in the lab with some food and drink. So let's get started, because I know some people have appointments afterwards.